Skateboarding Man Brett from the Skateboarding Show here with another piece to camera, asking a question again this time. And this time the question is, especially because we're like February 24, and we are months away from skateboarding in the Olympics this year, this time around. So my question is, do we think if skateboarding continues to be in the Olympics, we will see a development of a new stream of skateboarder who is purely an athletic, competitive skateboarder? And I know the answer is it doesn't matter. If that's the only response you've got to this question, then thank you. Great, thanks for that. I'm interested in some sort of like intellectually stimulating response to that, which might give me something different to think about. Not change my opinion. I don't have an opinion either way. I don't mind. I think there's a possibility it might do. It might bring about this new stream of athletic, competitive skateboarder who purely only skateboards to get to the Olympics or to win the World Skate Series or whatever it may be. I think that might well happen. And if it does, and I appreciate, it doesn't matter if it happens. It absolutely doesn't matter if it happens. It may not happen. It may not happen. At the moment, it would appear that there are not very many in-house skate brands that are that interested in supporting skateboarding competitions. There have been, as Rob from Skatewine has indicated a couple of times, and as I've seen with my own eyes, there have been some competitions this year that simply haven't happened because they haven't been able to get sponsors to help make it happen. So, and I've seen with my own eyes, governing bodies have had to go to companies outside of skateboarding to get financial assistance and to get sponsorship, because companies outside of skateboarding want to come in and get in on the cool factor of skateboarding. So that would lead me to the question, will the skateboarding industry respond by creating brands that are purely interested in competitive skateboarders? I.e., their branding won't be around skateboarding being cool. Their branding will be around technical product that helps you to win competition. And I don't know what that product would be. I don't know. Or maybe, the branding won't be around the cool fact. And maybe we'll start having these distinct differences between artistic expressional skateboarding and athletic competition skateboarding. So, yeah, and if so, when do we think that might happen? Is it happening already? Do we know of brands that are already beginning to say, actually, we're less worried about street skating and more worried about, and we're aiming our product more at a competitive athletic skateboarder who wants to train and become really good. And again, I know none of these things matter. None of these things matter because your own skateboarding is your own skateboarding, and that's all it is, and whatever you choose to do. And I have no opinion either way. I have love for the uber cool street skaters. I have love for the skate park skaters. I have love for athletic, competitive skateboarders. That's all cool. I don't mind either way, no matter what people do. I'm simply asking some questions so that I could get, hopefully, some intellectually stimulating responses and create some new thoughts from it all. Like I say, if your response is, it doesn't matter, man, just skate and have fun, then maybe this isn't a channel for you and you don't need to watch it, and that's fine. And there's an unfollow button somewhere that you can hit and you don't have to watch it. But if these sort of questions are interesting to you, and if you have a really interesting, some people have come back with some really interesting things on some of the other questions and the other videos I've made. And I'm really grateful for that, because I'm interested in the philosophy of skateboarding. I'm not interested in an extreme opinion that has to be adhered to. I'm interested in having some fresh new thought and having some some feedback, not feedback as in I agree or disagree, but have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Like, what about this? What about that? Because that's what this is all about. This is about the idea that skateboarding isn't simple. Skateboarding is not just a simple thing. It is complex. You can explore philosophical ideas around it, and that's what I'm interested in doing. So, I mean, crikey, I'm just touching on the edge of skateboarding in the Olympics. And actually, maybe I will throw down some opinions. Maybe I will, because although I'm cautious to, I don't want to contribute. I don't want to contribute to the polarizing effect of the echo chamber, which is the internet, where the algorithms only give you what you agree with. But certainly in 2016, when they released the news that skateboarding was going to be in the Olympics, my immediate thought was, brilliant. That won't change anything about skateboarding, and it might hopefully bring some fresh blood into skateboarding and some money. I am not anti-pro and I am not anti-brands. I have very good friends that are professional skateboarders, and there's nothing more I'd love than to see them getting paid a proper wage to go out and continue to develop their skills and to continue. And there's nothing more I'd love than for brands to have enough money to send those pros out on tour to go and stoke out some kid watching their favorite pro skate live for the first time and get a high five from them and some knucks from them and hang out with them at the skate park. That is an amazing experience that skateboarding gives us. There's not very many people who play football who get to go and play football with high-end football players. But you go and watch a tour down your local skate park where some pro skateboarders have turned up, it's usually pretty relaxed. It can sometimes end up just being a session with the pros. And you get to hang out with them and you get to chat with them and experience a session with them. Oh my gosh, I went down to Hemel Hempstead once during a flip demo and was sessioning the pool in the corner of Hemel Hempstead, the pool, not the bowl. And Lance Mountain was sessioning it, and we were sort of sharing comments about like, oh yeah, it's a nice pool and blah, 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 and like nice line and good tricks and blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden I realised I'm having a pool session with Lance Mountain. Brilliant. There's nothing more I'd like than for the Olympics to have enough of an effect that it helps that to happen for other people. That brands get more money because more people are buying their product and they can afford to send their pros out on tours to go and meet people and interact with the fans and interact with the consumer and interact with other skateboarders, right? Because I know I'm purposely using words like fans and consumers, but we're talking about skateboarders getting stoked out because like, I went skating with my favorite pro today. It was amazing. I'm so stoked on skateboarding. It's brilliant. At the moment, it would appear that what skateboarding being in the Olympics is giving us is parents arguing with judges at skateboarding competitions. That's what it would appear to be giving us at the moment. It doesn't appear to be giving us a massive cash injection so that some kid can get stoked skating with his favorite pro because they've come to his town on tour, his or her town on tour. Right, that doesn't appear to be, although granted we've only had one Olympics, but I was kind of hoping that from that one Olympics we would get a massive surge of people interested in skateboarding, more money in the industry, more opportunities for pros, more opportunities for brands to take their pro team out on tour. Brilliant, jobs are good. That doesn't look like it's been the result of skateboarding in the Olympics so far. But we are coming up to another summer, another Olympics. Maybe that will be. And maybe if it grows and if skateboarding in the Olympics becomes a more permanent thing, because remember, it's only a demonstration sport for now. Don't forget that, people. If you're already hyped on the idea of skateboarding being in the Olympics, unfortunately, from my understanding, and I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, please somebody correct me. My understanding is it's only a demonstration sport at the moment, which I believe means it gets 3 goes. So it's possibly going to be in, I believe the next one's like Los Angeles, isn't it? 2028. Again, I don't know for certain. But I wonder I mean, that's, you know, that's 4 years time. We don't know who's going to be still on top by then, or if there's going to be some new fresh blood coming. I also don't know if there's going to be a resurgence in people interested in skateboarding, which will bring about a very clear difference and differential between those interested in artistic expressional skateboarding and those interested in athletic competitive skateboarding. And there might be crossover, or there might be two very distinct streams that never meet. I don't know. Again, will that then manifest a very clear brand that is saying we exist for athletic competitive skateboarders? Okay, if we release video footage, it's of our team that are in competitions and doing competitions, or we release clothing that's technical clothing, which is good for competitive skateboarders, and we don't care what brand you're on for your board or your hardware. We're just producing technically good software, technically good like clothing for you to wear that moves really easily, that isn't worried about like being uber cool streetwear, but is actually athletic wear, technical athletic wear. Is that going to happen? Is it already happening? Is it happening somewhere? I don't know. So yeah, today's question is, will skateboarding in the Olympics, which has already happened and is going to happen again this summer, will that produce two different streams of skateboarders, or a more identifiable stream of skateboarders that are artistic and expressionist, and skateboarders that are athletic and competitive? I don't know. Again, as I say, if your answer to that is it doesn't matter, shut up and skate, then this may or may not be the channel for you. If you've got something intellectually enlightening to bring to this conversation, please bring it. I'm really interested in hearing. I'm not bothered either way of whether it happens or not. I'm asking a question and I'm interested in people's response to that. So as always, thank you very much for joining me here at the Skateboarding Show. Some of you on Instagram would appear to have really liked the Dylan Hughes footage, and oh my god, he was skating like that like all night. It was amazing. It was brilliant. Like, he was all over that, and it was a real pleasure to watch him skate. Him and his mate Taylor, that were just skateboarding really well over the hip and doing lots of cool tricks over the hip and the block. And yeah, it was amazing. And it was really amazing watching people like just go, oh my god, who's that guy? And it was a real pleasure. And that Spit and Sawdust skate park in Cardiff is good, and lots of love for them. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. And please do switch this off and go and do some skateboarding of whatever style you want, because peace and love to all skateboarding and all elements of it, including freestyle and slalom. Oh my god, we'll get onto that one day soon as well. Right, peace, see you later, bye.